Hey there. If you're enjoying this content, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us create more inspiring material for you. Now, let's dive into the important journey of self-care and finding balance in our lives. Have you ever felt like a candle burning at both ends? You give and give until there's nothing left but a flicker. If that resonates with you, you're not alone. Today, we're delving into ancient wisdom that can save you from burning out while teaching you how to shine even brighter. Welcome, modern warriors. You're here because you care deeply, give freely, and often wonder if you're doing enough. But here's a truth bomb: caring for others at the expense of yourself isn't noble, it's a recipe for disaster. We're going to explore the delicate art of balancing kindness with self-care. We'll tap into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and see how these ancient principles can transform your life in today's chaotic world. Let's start by looking at the problem of overgiving. Picture this: you're holding a cup, which represents your energy, your time, your very essence. Now imagine constantly pouring from this cup to fill others, friends, family, colleagues, who all come to you with their empty cups. You pour without hesitation, feeling good about being the one people rely on, the rock in the storm. But what happens when your cup runs dry? When you reach for that last drop of energy and find nothing? That's the difficult path of overgiving, a trap that ensnares the best of us. We sacrifice sleep, self-care, and sanity on the altar of other people's needs. We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor, thinking it proves our worth. But let me tell you some truths: constant self-sacrifice isn't sustainable, and it's not even truly helpful. When we're running on empty, the quality of our help diminishes. We become irritable, resentful, and even bitter. Is that the version of yourself you want to offer the world? This is where Stoicism steps in with its timeless wisdom. The philosopher Epictetus, who rose from being enslaved to a respected thinker, once said that a wise person does not grieve for what they lack but rejoices for what they have. In other words, true strength isn't about giving everything away, it's about recognizing and appreciating your resources and using them wisely. The Stoics understood that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. They knew that we must be genuinely helpful and kind to ensure our cups are full. So, ask yourself, how full is your cup right now? Are you pouring from a place of abundance or scraping the bottom, giving others nothing but the dried remnants of your former vitality? It's time to flip the script, learn the art of sustainable giving, and discover how setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care can actually make you more generous, impactful, and infinitely more fulfilled. Now let's explore the garden analogy. Picture two gardens side by side. One is a lush paradise, bursting with vibrant flowers and ripe fruit, while the other is withered, overgrown with weeds, barely clinging to life. Which gardener has more to offer their community? This is the essence of Stoic self-care. Tending to your garden first isn't selfish, it's necessary. It enables you to truly help others sustainably. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, famously said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Your self-care isn't an obstacle to generosity, it's the very path to sustainable kindness. By nurturing your well-being, you create an abundance from which to give. You're not depleting yourself, you're sharing your overflow. Think about it: a thriving garden doesn't just feed its owner, it provides beauty for passers-by, shelter for wildlife, and harvest to share with neighbors. It becomes a source of inspiration and nourishment for the entire community. So I challenge you, be that garden. Cultivate your strengths, nourish your mind, tend to your emotional health, and create a wellspring of vitality that naturally overflows to those around you. Remember, by taking care of yourself, you're not just serving your interests, you're preparing yourself to serve others more effectively, joyfully, and for the long haul. Now, let's dive into the heart of true generosity. This isn't the kind of generosity that leaves you drained and resentful, it's the kind that fills you up and lights you from within. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, taught that actual giving comes without expectation of return. It's not a transaction or a debt to be repaid, it's a pure expression of your values and humanity. When you give without strings attached, something magical happens. You tap into a wellspring of joy that goes beyond the fleeting pleasure of receiving gratitude or recognition. The act itself becomes the reward. Modern psychology backs this up. Studies show that selfless giving activates the pleasure centers in our brains, reduces stress, and increases overall well-being. But here's the crucial part: this only works when the giving is voluntary, not compelled by guilt or obligation. So I want you to ask yourself, are you giving because you genuinely want to, or because you think you should? Are you seeking validation and approval, or expressing your deepest values? True generosity isn't about quantity, it's not about who gives the most time, money, or energy. It's about quality, it's about giving from a place of abundance, not scarcity. Here's a practice for you: the next time you have the opportunity to give, do it anonymously. Whether it's a kind deed, a donation, or a helping hand, do it without anyone knowing it was you. Feel the difference when you give without any possibility of recognition or return. That's the power of true generosity. By embracing this Stoic principle, you'll find that generosity becomes not a duty but a source of profound fulfillment. You'll give not because you must but because you can't imagine doing otherwise. Now that we've discussed giving, let's tackle one of the most crucial skills in your Stoic toolkit: the art of saying no. Epictetus wisely noted that if you don't wish to be a hothead, don't feed your habit. Try this powerful Stoic technique for boundary setting: recognize what feeds your stress and consciously choose not to indulge it. Saying no isn't about being selfish or unkind, it's about being honest with yourself and others. It's about recognizing your limits and honoring them. It's an act of integrity. Consider this story: a young apprentice took on every task his master gave him, never refusing. He worked tirelessly, impressing everyone with his dedication. But when a crucial project came, he was too exhausted to complete it effectively. The master said, "In trying to do everything, you fail to do what truly matters." This is the pitfall of excessive help. By saying yes to everything, we dilute our ability to make a real impact where it counts. We spread ourselves too thin, and everyone loses. So I challenge you to practice discernment. Before you say yes to any request, ask yourself, is this aligned with my values? Can I give this my best effort? Will this leave me with enough energy for my true priorities? Remember, every yes is implicitly a no to something else. When you say yes to staying late at work, you might be saying no to quality time with your family. When you say yes to a friend's every request, you might be saying no to your own needs. Choose wisely. Your time and energy are precious resources. Allocate them with the same care you'd give to any valuable asset. Mastering the art of saying no doesn't mean you're closing yourself off from the world, it opens you up to saying a wholehearted yes to what truly matters. This is the essence of living with purpose and impact, the very core of Stoic wisdom. Now, let's tackle the art of balance, a concept as old as philosophy yet as relevant as your last notification. Although not a Stoic, Aristotle gave us the golden mean, the sweet spot between extremes. In our context, it's about balancing selfless giving and rigid self-protection. Imagine a tightrope walker: lean too far in either direction, and you'll fall. The key is constant mindful adjustment. Here's how to apply this wisdom. First, conduct a life audit. List your commitments, goals, and daily activities. Ruthlessly categorize them: what fills you up and what drains you. What aligns with your values and what's just noise. Next, embrace the power of the hell yeah or no philosophy. When faced with a request or opportunity, if it's not a hell yeah, it's a no. This simple rule can transform your life, freeing up energy for what truly matters. But balance isn't just about managing external demands, it's also about internal harmony. The Stoics taught about ataraxia, the tranquility of the soul. Cultivate this through daily reflection. Ask yourself, Am I living by my values? Am I growing, or just going through the motions? Remember, balance isn't a destination, it's a journey. You'll wobble and sometimes fall, but the key is to keep adjusting and learning. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not but rejoices for those which he has." Find joy in the process of creating balance. Celebrate small wins and learn from missteps. By mastering this balance, you're not just improving your life, you're setting an example for others. You're showing that being kind, successful, and at peace is possible. This is practical wisdom in action. Now, let's dive deep into a concept that can revolutionize your life: the transformative power of gratitude. Studies show that gratitude isn't just a nice sentiment, it's a powerful emotional tool that can change your brain chemistry, reduce stress, and enhance your overall well-being. Gratitude helps shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. It allows you to see the beauty in everyday moments, no matter how chaotic life gets. So how do we cultivate gratitude? Here's a practice: start a gratitude journal. Each day, jot down 3 things you're grateful for, big or small. This simple act can retrain your mind to recognize the abundance around you, fostering a positive mindset that spills over into every aspect of your life. When you appreciate what you have, you create a foundation for giving that comes from a place of joy and fulfillment, not obligation. In closing, let's reflect on this journey. You are not just a vessel for others' needs, you are a vibrant garden, a powerful force for good. You have the right, the responsibility, to nurture yourself first. By embracing the wisdom of the Stoics, mastering the art of giving, setting healthy boundaries, and cultivating gratitude, you can truly live a life of balance, joy, and genuine impact. So as you step back into your daily life, remember, your light shines brightest when you nourish it. Choose to fill your cup, tend to your garden, and live a life that reflects the incredible person you are. Be generous, but first, be kind to yourself. Thank you for being here today. Now go out there and shine.